Hi, Coach Ryan family from the Fat Loss Solution here. Today I'm going to go over a couple ways you can stretch your hamstrings to help improve your performance and minimize any back pain. Your hamstrings attach at your pelvis, and so if they're excessively tight and they're tugging on it funny, you're going to end up with back pain, okay? And not to mention, if your muscles are extremely tight, they can't produce force the way you want them to. You're sprinting, jumping, running, lifting, it's all going to suffer if you have tight hamstrings. Before I go over how to stretch them and how to release them, it's important to know a little bit of anatomy. There's actually 3 hamstrings. One of the 3 actually even has 2 heads. A lot of people think that hamstring is just one muscle and they only stretch it straight up and down in one plane. Well, there's actually 3, so there's 3 different ways you need to target the hamstrings. First, there's the semimembranosus, and it is more medial. It's on the inside of your thigh, the inside back part of your thigh, closest to your groin. Then there's the semitendinosus, which is the one that most people stretch. It runs right down the middle of your thigh on the back. And then finally there's the biceps femoris, and this one actually has 2 heads, and it's going to be more on the outside back of your thigh. So it's important to understand that when you're stretching your hamstrings, you need to stretch at all 3 angles to make sure that you're getting the best benefit. Now, what I like to use to stretch hamstrings is just a basic exercise band. If you don't have one of these, don't sweat it. You can use a towel or a cloth or a t-shirt, doesn't matter. Put it around your foot. Now again, the band's around my back because I have a band. If you just have a towel, you can hold it with your hands here and loop it over your foot. So the first one is just the semitendinosus, or the one that most people stretch, and that's just going straight up the middle here. Okay? Now, there's static stretching and there's dynamic stretching. Static is just coming up here and holding. Dynamic would be with some movement. And basically the way I like to do it is I'll do dynamics, I'll do this stretch here with movement prior to a workout. And then either at the end of the day or after my workout, that's when I'll work on doing just the basic holds and trying to increase the duration of the hold. So that's the first one. Now, to hit your semimembranosus, or the inside, you want to keep your thigh more parallel to the floor and sweep outside. It's also going to hit your groin a bit. Okay, so keep your thigh parallel and keep it on a level plane with the floor. Again, you can mix it up with holds. You can do active movement. Really doesn't matter. Okay, just really work it out there. And then finally, for the biceps femoris, you're going to come across the body. Okay, so across the body and down and then up. Try to keep this back hip on the ground. If you're rolling over, you're still stretching it to a degree, but I like to keep the hip on the ground, coming down and then across the body. And you can feel free to mix it up too. You can go in circles. That's going to help increase your hip flexibility. Okay, work on holding. If you find a spot that's particularly tight, you can hold it there for a couple seconds, push down, pull back, let it release a little bit. Those are just a few ways that I like to stretch hamstrings to improve performance, keep your back healthy, and make you kick some butt. That's it for today. I'm Coach Ryan. See you next time.